a level-headed. On the other side of that, Norwich have got one of the most experienced FIFA pros in the game, in Dami there. Almost his understudy in goal poacher, but he has stepped up to the plate when they needed, especially in the semi-final.
Well, here it is, your 2022 ePremier League Grand Final. Brentford against Norwich. And it will be an Xbox leg to kick things off here. A match worth £30,000. It's been the biggest ever ePremier League of all time. Of course, Brentford in their traditional home kit from left to right, with Norwich in their third strip. Could be an early start for the Bees. Cuts back inside. CR7 didn't really need to cut back inside again, did he?
Early chance there for Brentford. He won the ball high up the pitch. Did Sam. He was looking to turn it over really quick, getting the Norwich back three on their heels. That'll be a good start, though. That'll be a good sort of indicator of that. I can win the ball back. I can turn this Norwich defence over. And N'Golo Kante getting forward for Norwich.
Okay, a bit of a right winger there for a split second. Did the Chelsea midfielder. Ball into the box. Two hands on it for Van der Sar. There might be people watching, Richard, thinking, why is Teemu Pukki not on the pitch? Or alternatively, Ivan Toney.
So we're playing on FIFA Ultimate Team. It's a game mode within the game of FIFA where you can play with any football item who plays currently in the world of the beautiful game. We're looking at Premier League players only today, or icons. They're items in FIFA who have had historic careers, like Ruud Gullit, like Patrick Vieira. You're out three of those icons on the pitch at one time. The goalkeeper, expect to see Schmeichel or usually Van der Sar between the sticks as well. Other than that, all Premier League names that everyone will be certainly aware of.
Here's Dami on the attack for Norwich for Cristiano Ronaldo. Back to Salah.
Oh!
His first block to Norwich in the Premier League Grand Final.
Dami has come to play in the Grand Final. You said Sam Brewster there on the mic say, yeah, good goal, fair play, okay. He knows what game he's in. Dami, great start. Beautiful roulette. CR7 opened up the space. And a outrageous shot into that far post. Team of the year, Cristiano Ronaldo as well. Not the typical Ronaldo item that we've seen used over the last 2 days.
And do you think it's hit Brentford yet that they are in an Premier League Grand Final? All we've seen all weekend from Sam Brewster and from his teammate Enzo Henio is them just enjoying life in this tournament. They are not signed as professional FIFA players. This is their first ever tournament, their first ever LAN tournament. I mean, it's been the first one in 2 years anyway, but regardless, it's their first ever experience of playing FIFA at a competitive level. It still just feels like for them, they've just been able to enjoy this tournament process throughout.
But why change? If you've got to the final playing a relaxed style of FIFA, that's what you need to do throughout. Dami sees this as an opportunity to wrap this final up in the first leg.
He might be able to get a second now. Vieira comes to save the day. Or
Can't do that.
Back to goal, CR7. Thought about going left, went right, and then gave possession back to Brentford.
Just before the players walked out onto the stage, we caught them for a quick 10-second, 15-second, how are you feeling? Dami said to me, I've got to be better. I had 0 shots against Olilito in the semi-finals. I have to be better. I got lucky to get through. He has come to play and he's come to put a statement down, a statement of intent in this grand final.
Yeah, we'll have a little look at the mini-map now. You can see that Norwich are playing a 3-5-2. It's been the style that Dami has played. It has left for their 2 big gaps if there is a quick counter-attack from Brentford here. But alternatively, it comes into a 5 at the back, as we have seen throughout this tournament so many times.
So back 3. Looks like Vieira is the central sort of defender in there, with Rudiger and Varane as the 2 wide centre-backs, and then the 2 wingers, left mid and right mid, is João Cancelo and Mo Salah. But as you said, when they do defend, the wide midfielders really drop in deep. Salah and Cancelo play as wing-backs, and then the midfield of Gullit and Cancelo help out as well. I should say Kante and Gullit. Cancelo at left mid.
Struggled to get out so far as Sam Brewster.
Great ball.
Nicely done. Eric Cantona has been the star of the show for Brentford. Oh, he fancied it. He knows what a chance it was. He went for a cheeky tip. I mean, it was the perfect player to perform, Eric Cantona.
It was delicate. He went to lift it over him. Beautiful running from behind from Cantona. Great idea. That's whipped into the box.
Wow. Oh, that was nearly pitch perfect from Norwich. That nearly is.
What are we doing?
CR7! It's an absolute gift for Norwich City.
Over Diaz.
And is that the lack of experience? A panic on the biggest of stages that could cost them heavily in this grand final.
I don't think he can believe what he's doing. He's rolled the ball out. Diaz has run across him. Do you remember back to the group stages? He did this in the group stages. He played out the back. He lost the ball with his goalkeeper. The group stages is fine. They were already through. This is a grand final for £30,000.
Well, we've been speaking so highly of Ruben Diaz defensively. Not then. Certainly not then. But to be honest, there wasn't much he could do about it. Brentford's 2-0 down. They need a serious wake-up call. Very nice from Hullet. And so close to finding Alan Saint-Maximin with the most delicate of touches. This is a dream start for Norwich as they look to hunt on to be the 2022 ePremier League champions. And certainly, they've got the man in the driving seat in Dami to really help them push that performance forward. Ball across, CR7! Game on!
Come on, man.
Brentford are getting excited. They're getting hyped in the booth. Long ball up the pitch. It was Eric Cantona. He won the first contact, just managed to knock it down into Cristiano Ronaldo's path. The ball bounced up nicely for CR7. Outside the right boot, killing it around the goalkeeper. Exactly what Brentford needed going into half-time.
Again, he was able to make it look so simple, wasn't he? Eric Cantona on the flick on, found Cristiano Ronaldo. The most delicate of touches. If this is your first taste of competitive FIFA, don't go anywhere. This is the grand final in the Premier League between Brentford and Norwich. It's the first half of 4. Was said, we didn't catch much from Norwich, but there was a few words in the Brentford side.
Don't rush. Specifically here, Zohinio saying don't rush the whole kicks. You don't need to rush. You'll create chances. You'll get opportunities to score against this 3-defender formation of Norwich City.
And he also said, quite confidently, Sam Brewster, I'm going to be able to get another goal.
I think the conversation opened with it should be 1-1.
That was a mistake that you certainly can't make in any game of FIFA at this level, let alone a grand final. Remember, it's a 2-legged final, this one. One game on Xbox, then we'll go to the PlayStation after a small break. But if Norwich can get a 2-goal cushion back reinstalled, it'd be an unbelievable position to be in for goal poacher. Sancho, nice ball, Rashford, ball roll, Sancho off the line, Rudiger. What a chance!
Huge opportunity for Dami to go 2 goals to the good. Really big chance. I think he just managed to pull his player back onto the line. It bounced around, and then Van der Sar clutched it close to his chest. You see how Sam Brewster's trying to play, sort of trying to pull one of those defenders out and then knock it in behind. He's happy to go long when he needs to. He's happy to go over the top when he needs to.
Firmino, good feet. It's a double tap pass that doesn't find Ronaldo. Instead, he gives possession back to Norwich. Final 30 here. Expect to see a few changes made in the next 10 minutes or so. Norwich on the hunt for a 3rd goal. They were 2-0 up in this game. They conceded just before half-time. Pull it. Watch Ronaldo. He can finish from that far out. CR7 thought about it for a second. Didn't rush it. Eric Cantona didn't have the best of games in the semi-final. It was something that Sam Brewster made pretty clear. He wasn't happy with the icon. But how can you be that unfaithful to a player that's done so much for you in the tournament?
No, you can't. He's been his magic player, has Eric Cantona, for Sam Brewster of Brentford throughout this entire process. Could get a chance here, potentially. The ball's broken nicely for him.
Pull it. Tried to Lacroqueta his way through there. The midfielder, one of those icon picks that's in this Premier League build. See how he plays these last 25 minutes. Does Sam Brewster. This is the only game on paper that we may have seen him lose. Other than that, he's been flawless for the Bees throughout. Pull it. Back to Firmino, can't find that ball. He's looking for it again. He just can't find the rhythm.
Yeah, it's a good point. He can't find the rhythm, and because he's not able to ping those passes, just getting a little bit rushed and a little bit hectic in the attacking third when he's trying to force these plays through. He's got time left on his side, though.
And defensively, so much better from what we saw in the first 45. He's managing what Dammy's throwing at him a bit more in this difficult 3-5-2. If he can catch him on the break, as you've said, with these long through balls, he can catch out, you know, the left side or the right-hand side of the pitch where the player has not quite dropped back yet. So maybe he could be deadly, but as you can see, it's already a back five there. That there's a wall of Norwich shirts. Watch these through balls. Got Ronaldo and Rashford just teasing. A run forward. Hullett and Vieira trying to do their best defensively for Brentford to close those passing angles. Sancho back to goal. That's top quality FIFA for a man that knows this game inside and out.
What a goal from Damie. Incredible work, passing the ball, moving it and grooving it inside the box. Marcus Rashford, 12 yards out, slots it past the goalkeeper with 15 minutes left to play. Norwich City are edging closer and closer to lifting the ePremier League trophy.
Laser focus from Damie. It's a 2-goal cushion. That is massive to take into the PlayStation leg. The goal poacher will look to take the reins. You can find a third goal. That'll be even more impressive. What a goal though from Damie. What time to get it in the grand final. João Cancelo finds CR7, half volley, it's in the air, it's everywhere.
No, play on now.
Keen to play on with Sam Bruce. The referee said, no, we're going back for a free kick. No, you've got to be careful again there. It's just careless. Just the goal for Brentford here would be massive, Richard.
He's just trying to play it so quickly that he's playing himself into danger.
Well played, Rudiger. Takes the ball off the feet of Cristiano Ronaldo. And to be honest, this is Dammy's now.
Sam Brewster's not really been in a position like this in the entire tournament. He's always been in control of these first games. He's had a great record. He's, what, won 3, drawn a couple as well. He's not dropped a game in the entire process. So this will feel like a really unfamiliar scenario for him. That might be seeing why we're seeing a bit of frustration. We're seeing him rushing his passes because he knows how important taking a lead into that second game is. If Dammy gets a fourth,
it's a miracle. Needed from his teammate, Zohinio. Added time per minute. This is a confident start to the Premier League Grand Final for Norwich. If they find one more, it'd be even better. Salah into CR7. It's hands on the ball from Van der Sar, but he must be Premier League. A local Brentford fan who actually went to the same school as Ivan Toney. He's actually been in touch with him on his journey to this Premier League final, saying good luck. And I'm sure, no matter whether they win or lose, he'll be over the moon with the performance that he has had on the virtual pitch for Brentford. They have done superbly well. A duo of Sam Brewster and Zohinio. Norwich from left to right in their traditional yellow and green. And Brentford, as we know, from right to left. They're all to play for in the Premier League. £30,000 on the line and a massive trophy.
First goal's everything. I know we say it a lot, and I know that phrase is tossed around probably more than it should be, but at 3-1, you're going into a one-leg shootout, really. That's what it is for these two, Zohinio and goal poacher. If Norwich score first, 3 goals, they will lead by 4-1 overall scoreline. I think it's just too big of a hill for Brentford to climb.
Let's see how goal poacher does kick off his first ever pro tournament. Came in as another unknown player, not for so long though. Jadon Sancho turns, delivers another blow to Brentford fans' hearts. This is a 3-goal cushion. Not so unknown anymore, his goal poacher. He's on his way to be an ePremier League champion.
Absolutely incredible. It really is. Goal poacher has played his best FIFA today in the last 2 rounds. Beating Mitch Hayward of Leeds United, and now he's 4-1 up, and he looks incredible. Could have been 5.
One thing that we know about Zahinio, he's fantastic going forward, but he has been a bit leaky at the back across the group stages and into knockout play.
He's in.
He's got it all to do, though. This will be a good start for him. Jadon Sancho is quite a tough angle. It's a good save from Schmeichel. 2 strong hands on it. That waves away the first warning.
I think the rebound off the goalkeeper could have been the angle that he was looking for. Jadon Sancho getting his shot away on a very tight angle, as you said, but the rebound off that goalkeeper, you never know where the ball might deflect or potentially end up to a Brentford City striker. It was Ronaldo and St. Maximin buzzing around the penalty area.
The question we always often say, Rich, when a team might play their final before the final, I think that's been the case for Brentford here. It's a 3-goal deficit they trail by against the Norwich team that do not concede goals. They were the 2nd best defensive team in the Premier League. Then they conceded 9 goals in what we called the group of death. Remember, Watford, Spurs are in that group.
Potentially, I'm sure we'll break it down throughout the rest of this stream and then afterwards on the desk as well, maybe what went wrong for Brentford in this final. But for me right now, I'm looking at the performance from Norwich City. I'm saying what's went right, and I can tell you near enough everything. It's been pretty much the perfect performance so far from Norwich.
Well, they're a team that are heavily invested into the FIFA esports scene, forming 1J Esports, which is 1J off the back of where Carrow Road is located, the postcode. Quite some way to create your own team. And certainly that investment has paid off. I think goal poacher might have also just got himself a contract alongside the likes of Lyrics and Dammy, who already are resident players for Norwich City. Alongside that, £30,000. Not saying this is done yet, but from what we're seeing, there's a third of this game gone. It's a 3-goal cushion in favour of Norwich City. Brentford need to sting, and it needs to come very soon. There's the pause. Is that an indication, Richard, of
things need to change?
A 3 at the back, an attacking change, something?
I would imagine probably into a narrow formation, lots more bodies flying forward, a constant pressure or a press after possession loss have to be implemented here for Brentford. It's the final. There's no other games after this. You may as well go for it.
Gets half-time without conceding. They certainly will be on their way. João Cancelo wins it back. No real threat again towards Norwich City at this moment in time.
And the game can play like this right now for Norwich. They don't have to score again. They've got a 3-goal cushion. Possession is their best friend right now. Keep the ball, ping it from left to right, get the fullbacks involved. You want them to have the most touched out with everybody on the pitch, just pinging it from left to right. You're slowly approaching a 45-minute countdown clock.
One thing nice as well, there is no headphones, there is no music, there is no game sound going into his ears at the moment. He's listening to, he's absorbing everything, the environment he's in right now.
He's living in the atmosphere.
The family and friends that are in the VIP area chant. St. Maximin, this must be a goal for Brentford, what a save! Another big chance gone. All he's got, I think, is Damien, is it?
That had to fall for Brentford. It was a really good chance. Just couldn't quite get the shot that he wanted. With St. Maximin. One more chance potentially before half-time for Brentford here.
That's it, pretty much.
No one had time, so he had to go forward.
He knows it's a frustrating 45. Let's listen in to both camps.
In a losing predicament. His game plan was already pre-laid out for him because of the first leg result. That could be one of the big flaws.
The ball just goes out of play carelessly from the kickoff from Brentford. Let's see what has been changed at half-time in terms of an attacking game plan that has to be implemented now, or at least in the next 5 or 10 in-game minutes. Norwich score again. I think we can start writing their name on the trophy. CR7 looking for the cutback. And you find Rudiger's feet.
He wants more, does goal poacher. He wants a 5th and a 6th. Then he can probably start to relax in his own head as well.
Brentford again, no way down. That left-hand side, they look to exploit. Ball over the top. It's a running race between João Cancelo and Alan St. Maximin now. Remember, this is the Premier League Grand Final. Winner gets £30,000. Also, they'll book 2 tickets to the Global Series playoffs to play with some of the best players in the world. Unless we're going to see something nicely done. St. Maximin, sting out the shot, could be alive still.
Where's the keeper?
Cut back. Just not falling, just not landing. Just not going in. And every single time they can defend, they'll know they are an inch and 1 step closer to lifting those trophies, Norwich City.
No, absolutely. And Brentford's window of opportunity to pull something miraculous out of the hat is becoming smaller and smaller and smaller.
That's the pause for me that says that's 3 at the back. We have to go for this game. However, when will he get that pause? That's another question. If I'm goal poacher, as we've said time and time again on this commentary booth, keep the ball in play. Do not let him go to that pause, because if he goes to a pause, you know what's coming. Constant pressure, everybody forward for the last 25 minutes of this game.
Potential.
Maybe it's come forward now. Sancho, does he need that to try and manoeuvre back out? It just didn't land how he wanted to, is it? Starting to like that fairy tale story is coming to an end for Brentford. They topped the group in Group A. They were a team that not expected to get out of the groups, in all honesty. We commentated over Group A yesterday, and we're looking towards the likes of Chelsea +1 in at one stage was looking like Brighton or West Ham.
It still has been an outstanding journey for them, though, but by no means is, obviously in their mind, getting to a final and then not performing to your level that you expect or that you have done for the rest of the tournament will be disappointing, but it's been a fantastic performance from Brentford.
Another big win.
But the damage was done in the first leg.
It was. And it's been, as much as it's been 1v1 FIFA games with an aggregate scoreline, there has been a team element to this one. Whether that's been just morally between legs, giving each other a slight leg up with the push of results. But you're right to say, it's crazy to say the goal poacher has got better and better in these rounds. Not, you know, round 4 in the groups. Semi-final, grand final.
Here's where he's pulled his best 2 performances out.
Brentford on the hump. They need 3 goals. It's just not falling for them. And as every minute goes past, it's a minute closer to Norwich picking up that trophy. Richard, this is going to be Brentford's last chance to try and just throw everything at this game.
You see the changes, constant pressure and the depth being bumped all the way up to 100. Every single player will be in the attacking third for Brentford in this final 12 minutes, but I just don't know if there's enough time. They have to score now, then probably before the 85th, and then have a late surge in the last injury time, last couple of minutes. They have to score from this attack, really.
Another tackle from Reece James. He knows it.
Still on.
First position they've been in when they've been struggling. Chance, St. Maximin, everything's going to be rushed now. Everything is going to be rushed at 100 miles an hour. And it's just if they can move at that speed, which doesn't look to be the case again. 8 minutes away. Norwich City played in the Premier League 2 years ago. And back then, it was not a performance like this. 2 years on from that, it's a performance they'll never forget. An ePremier League title for a side that found their way out of one of the most difficult groups in this competition, with household favourite names.
Dami has had such a successful FIFA esports career, but this has to be his crowning moment. This has to be top of the pile. And on the other side of it, goal poacher just looked across. He knows, as a grin goes across Dami's face, that the time is up. One of Dami's best ever performances, one of goal poacher's first of maybe a long list of championship victories in his career. A memorable weekend for Norwich City Football Club. Absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, they might get one more goal just to celebrate this perfect victory. They win it back kindly. They'll get one more goal. CR7! And that's it. The Canaries have done it. Norwich City FC, ePremier League 2022 champions. The duo of Dami and goal poacher came up against 19 other Premier League clubs, and they've battled it out over the last 2 days. They might not have been predicted to be favourites. They're outside favourites in this tournament, but the duo have done it. 2022 ePremier League champions. Congratulations, Norwich City.